with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. They bring the punter onto the field now. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. On second down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed on the outside, it's Larson. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Allen. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Lawrence. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Asper. Oh, it's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought. gets the ball back for its own. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Just about set to kick it away.
That makes the score LSU 24, Auburn 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The 10 points, David. So
they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quickly to the tight end.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Zings it complete to the right. Runs through the tackle. What a sweet catch and run. The big fullback lowering those pads and getting the steamroller going.
And let me tell you something, Reese. When you see that guy in the open field, it becomes business decision time. Like, where do I want to hit the big fella? Because he's built like... And he's looking to run people over.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 18 to Washington. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
3 minutes.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. A third down try for the offense. He'll do it himself. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
The give from the gun. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And obviously on that 3rd down situation, the running game's in play. They go RPO. But how about the defense? They were ready for it up front. Good physicality setting up 4th down.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. They'll try to sneak it.
And I don't care where you're at on the field. 4th and inches,
Yeah, you're talking
I like
about
me.
55.
I like my chances of getting that, running the play I feel comfortable with, getting the first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Give to the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Allen. Takes the grab. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the 1st down here. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
Tomorrow, probably not.
3rd and goal coming up here.
For the Thursday games, for sure.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score now, massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Tigers will hustle to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Timeout, LSU. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tiger. They take the lead here in overtime. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars in the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. LSU quick to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on second down. And the defense Pitts makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Touchdown, LSU! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Now 1st down here in the 2nd overtime. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. And they're able to get him on the ground. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. From the gun, running back on the move. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Just a couple of inches short.
Not able to...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Allen. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here?
Let's go.
Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover.
I think just y'all get.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about.
All you have to do is answer the question. All you have to do is answer the question.
Right.
Like you just, you want to get weird. Like say no more.